Hello and welcome again to Spyro Reignited Trilogy, Part 2. We did Spyro 1 a few months ago, close to a year at this point ago. And we will be continuing that. Ooh, there's an art gallery option here too. Nope. I'll screw with that once we're done with Year of the Dragon, because that's probably going to have stuff with all three games. Something I immediately noticed.
Yes. In the world of dragons.
And immediately noticed they changed the loading screen color, which I do remember that being a thing, yeah, because in Spyro 1 it was purple.
Is this rain ever going to stop? Forgot the sun looks like, hey, we should go on vacation somewhere warm, somewhere sunny, Dragon Shores.
He's memorized this game a little too well. To be fair, that's true for both of us.
Well,
I said we've memorized this game a little too well.
Well, not even just this game. Honestly, the entire trilogy for me.
I mean,
I
3 than the other two for me, but all three of them, yeah.
I can quote the second and third game more than I can quote the dragons in the first game. But which is weird, because I think the third game, in terms of like casual experience when I was younger, I had the least amount of playtime with. Spyro 2 I played to death. Spyro 1 I played basically to death.
Spyro 3 was the game I played the most by a mile, just because I didn't get 1 for a couple of years after I got 3, and 2 I didn't get till really late. I think I got it like 2008.
It sounds much more dangerous than Ripto. That's exactly the point. And Dragon's the only chance of stopping him. I found a dragon! Okay, I'll stop quoting it.
That's not even quoting, that's just reading the subtitles.
No, I was trying to be a little bit faster.
Hi, which way's the beach?
Yeah, no, I played this game crazy.
Hey, stop
Yes.
staring. Haven't you guys
Yes,
ever
you
seen
have.
a dragon before?
You're a dragon?
You got a problem with that pussycat?
Ooh, a little bit of lag there.
So, I actually haven't seen, or it's been a while since I seen the Reignited graphics in this game. I remember them most for the first game, for some reason, as opposed to the second and third games.
That's true for me too.
So it's going to be kind of like a semi-new experience for me to see everything again. Also, as of late, I've been playing the original trilogy on PS1 again. So I'm also a bit more accustomed, again, back to the original graphics there. Oh no!
Oh no!
You idiot! Did it taste good at least?
I mean, Gulp can talk apparently, so give us an answer.
That was Ripto, and we have to get rid of him. He's causing all sorts of trouble.
So here's the new redesigns of Alora and the
Everyone,
Professor, and not Hunter. He's the same.
Right now, I have to follow Ripto and see what he's up to. I'll meet you in Summer Forest, okay?
Well, I guess Hunter's a little bit redesigned, but he's basically the same.
How do we get ourselves
And I feel like he looks more the same as himself compared to everyone else there.
Yeah, he's a cheetah though. Can't really get very different than a cheetah.
You say that, but the professor's a rat.
Spyro, welcome to
so-
Glimmer. What? You have to talk. You have to listen to him say, "Hey, Spyro, welcome to Glimmer." Maybe we should make that a thing. In every level, we have to talk to all the first people and the last people.
Okay, even in the PS1 game, I would have been force corrected to actually be looking at him. Come on.
Maybe it's because you were gliding. I know Spyro would have, in the first game, would have fixed it. Ooh, this place actually looks really pretty.
Okay, so something we haven't really established since... Mostly because we decided on this game kind of last minute, but we're gonna have to do some backtracking in this game, and this level is gonna be one of them we have to backtrack in. So I'm not sure how much of it I'm actually gonna bother finishing.
Technically, you can do a little bit of an exploit called perfect hovering.
I know about perfect hovering, but I also, I mean, for one, I'm not first. Yes, we still have the dodge roll.
Yeah, it's in every game for some reason.
Hey, apparently it was super OP for a while.
Yes, because you could do it in the air. Then they patched it out.
Alright,
So
is there a camera center button in this game like there is in like Spyro 3? Or am I gonna have to settle with this?
I don't know.
L2 or LB, I guess.
You might have to
Put
check
on Switch,
the. Well, isn't L2 isn't L2 R2? Don't they already change the did they change the
No,
camera?
that's PS1.
Oh yeah.
In Reignited, that's tied to the camera, so R2 was bind to flaming, and L2 is front and center camera.
Oh okay.
Hi, Spyro.
Hi,
Auroras.
I'm
And
your
she asked me to help
checkpoint
you out.
person.
Whenever
Yes.
you find me, I'll remember your progress. Like this.
Zap.
That zap means that if you get into trouble, I'll return you.
Shout out to our third
See
LP,
you around.
where he lost about 10 million
15
brain
million
cells.
brain cells, yes.
Yeah, something like that. So, alright, I guess I'll explain a little bit, since this is my favorite-ish Spyro. I'll explain a little bit of the changes that, honestly, mostly exist, are a bit secluded in this game. Well, there's only one thing that is, but I'll explain some of the differences between this game and the second game, or first game, sorry.
That's fair.
This is the second game. So, you do not get gems on killing enemies. Instead, they drop a spirit particle, which are used to, if you can see up that ladder, there's actually a little, what's it called? Alright, if you're too short to climb that ladder, then explain to me how the other guy is up there.
Really valid question, yes. Also, so,
Anyways.
difference number one.
Okay, yeah, I'll talk about this first, I guess, before I get back to the spirit enemies. Moneybags! He's just a little bit of a nuisance that's in levels, and...
He's thrown in levels and homeworlds. He's basically a
Homeworld.
progress check, because in the first game there wasn't really too much of an incentive to collect gems outside of the balloonist.
Yeah, well, didn't the last balloonist you need a ton of gems, so...
Yeah. Yeah, but it wasn't quite an immediate effect, I guess is how I would describe it.
Sure. This, in Moneybags,
So here,
yes,
like
you'll-
right here, you need to pay 100 gems or even open up the fridge, which I have plenty, so yes. I should have said no. Remind me from now on, always say no, because he has unique lines.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah, you have to buy, there's 3 upgrades in the game, and other than that, he will open up portals or just progression, little gates that you need to do to progress later in the levels. There's a glitch in this game, again, perfect hover, where you can not pay him.
Press the action button. Try using
Um,
to look around this cave.
Shut up, Zoe. But yeah, so he's like one of the first big things is he's in the third game, I think, more, but he's still kind of in this game quite a bit. He's
Let's
kind
say
of
it's about the same. Maybe the third has him slightly... Okay, this is even worse than before.
Well, actually, no. The third game has him make higher payments. In this game, they're all relatively low, actually.
There is one really high exception to that, but yeah.
Yeah, he's fairly low costing for the most part here. Like in the third game, he gets really, really high up there. But yeah, so enemy particles, because we're about to get to a challenge regardless. So when you kill enemies, they don't drop gems, they drop enemy particles. Enemy particles are used to unlock special gates, which have power-ups. And there's a Superfly power-up right there, as you can see. And those are used for challenges, because not only do we have gems to collect, but instead of having, say, dragons, we got, like in the first game,
Yep, no
we
dragons
got-
here.
we got orbs, and it's really weird how they paint orbs in this game, in my opinion, because only the third homeworld is where the orbs really come into play, and they kind of downplay them until then.
Yeah.
But orbs are little challenges that you can do to spruce up the gameplay, that rather than just running around and collecting gems like like in the first game. And yeah, you need to kill enemies in order to activate these portals. Not every level has them, but I don't think, but most levels do.
Okay, so yeah, this is something they will do too for all these orb challenges. You are given a little description of what to do and difficulty. I'm probably not going to waste too much time looking at most of these, especially because the difficulty meter doesn't mean jack.
Yep, and the difficulty meter it doesn't even come back after this game, despite the fact that third game has similar minigame premises.
Yeah.
But yeah, so you get Superfly here, and then I don't know if it's every level offhand, but a vast majority of levels do have some sort of power up. I don't think it is
I
every.
want to
I'm thinking of,
say all of them do, yeah, because if they didn't, you would have no incentive to attack enemies.
Thanks for helping me light the lamp,
well,
Spyro.
they're little butt
My brother
heads.
gave me this orb, but I like gems better. You take it instead.
Most levels do though. Yeah, if there is any level that like doesn't, it's like 1 or 2. It's a very small amount.
I got keeping hypersonic.
Oh, nice. Yeah, we can't see it pop up. But yeah, so we got little challenges to do orbs. None of them are particularly lengthy or too hard, which is nice. Some of them can be annoying, but I wouldn't say any of them are like inherently like BS hard nonsense.
There was none up here. Okay.
So yeah, and like Mayo said, there is backtracking. That is because, as we saw, we need to learn how to climb. We don't know how to climb, therefore we need to backtrack.
Tried hitting him with rocks, but
In the original game, there was an exploit called the double jump. It doesn't exist in this game, unfortunately. Otherwise, we'd probably have used the heck out of it.
Yeah.
At least to make backtracking less of a nuisance. But luckily, the backtracking in this game actually isn't too crazy. So there is that. But yeah, and then
Yeah, I should
in
mention
this
now
game-
too, I am very bad at hovering in Reignited. I don't know why they changed it. It is really hard to trigger sometimes.
you need a little bit. You need to be gliding for a little bit before you're allowed to hover. In the original
Yeah, but
game,
that's
you
not
almost
entirely
do, like,
true.
instantly. Yeah, it's really,
Sometimes it'll just drop you like a rock anyway.
it's really finicky.
you can spit pretty far, Spyro. You can spit all the way to
Yeah,
the
you can
desert.
spit at enemies too. Some items, it's not really gimmick used much, but it's a thing.
Yeah, like basically enjoy this gimmick while you see it because we're not going to be seeing it for a good while after this.
Yeah. Other than that, inherent. I thought it just exploded. Other inherent changes in this game are that aren't really just like updates and stuff. I guess is like you have to actually go to the end of every level at least once to collect the talisman, because
Yes.
those and you have to talk to the last NPC in order to get the talismans.
Pick up a
So yeah, that's a progression thing to fight the bosses and get to the next home worlds. So instead of having like the balloonists, you have
Yes, because you no longer
you get the
have
talismans. Yeah, bye balloonists. Balloonists are
Bye-bye.
basically just Norks anyways. And I guess one other change, I was thinking of one, but oh yeah. Well, and then I guess the last change, which this could get really confusing depending on what kind of, depending on the type of person you are. But now it no longer shows, your gem counter is gonna show not specifically the state, how many gems you got in the stage. It now shows your cumulative. Get better at saying that word, Bayo. It shows your cumulative gem collection. So there's 400 gems, I think, in this stage, and he has about like.
There's 100 gems in
200.
literally every level in this game. You don't have to think too hard about it.
Is there? I thought there was some with 500.
Nope, all of them have 400. Spyro 3 changes it up by Homeworld, but this game's consistent.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So yeah. So if there's going to be 400 gems in every stage, but since he's not going to get them all because he can't in this stage, he doesn't have the required abilities.
Don't have the ability to climb, which we don't get for a good while, so...
Yep. So because of that, has like 200 some odd gems. Well, those gems are not going to always appear at the top left, and whenever he exceeds over 400 and stuff, or 200, it's gonna keep going. Like it's just a cumulative counter instead of being per stage. Whenever you press the button to check your gems. So you need to actually go to the Atlas in order to check your progression. If you don't know how many
Yeah.
gems you got in the stage, then,
That's
yeah.
the thing.
Oh no.
I'm still upset they didn't show
We didn't get a chance to
Prussian
introduce
Gold
ourselves
there.
before. My
I
name's
mean,
Aurora.
it's a little thing.
Hi, I'm Spyro. What are you? Some
No,
kind
I'm
of promotion?
Spyro.
I'm a fawn, you dork.
Oh, sorry.
What's a fawn?
Did you meet the gem cutters
Isn't that
at
just a
Glimmer?
baby goat?
Yeah, they gave me a souvenir too.
The
They call
yes,
it a
I
talisman.
think.
They gave you a talisman?
What? Is it special? I just stuck it in the
Yeah, I
bag
love
they gave me.
talismans.
Well, there are 14 talismans in Avalar, and they are all magical.
Nah, they're not
If you can
magical. You can't
collect
prove
enough
it.
of them, they can be used to defeat Ripto.
And they just gave it away for doing like. So honestly, what did we actually do in Glimmer when you really think about it? The most helpful thing you could argue we
Spyro's
did
gonna help us collect
from the start of the game
talismans.
until we got the talisman was opening the bridge up for money bags.
Look,
Well, opening the bridge and I guess killing enemies. I
Which
guess
is
that's really
completely
it.
optional.
castle here in the
Yeah,
center.
exactly.
You're going to have to go to Avalar's worlds and convince the inhabitants
They all give you
to
like
keep their
reasons
talismans.
behind
You can
it,
keep them in your
but
guide
some
book.
stages are make
I can
less
do that.
sense than
What
others,
if
and
the
others make
dragon
more
just
sense.
torched Ripto?
Hunter, you can't even keep track of your running shoes. How can we
It's
trust
true.
you with
He can't
14
keep track of his
talismans?
running shoes. He
You
probably
can't keep
doesn't
track
even
of
know
his
what a
shoes at
running
all.
shoe
If
is.
any orbs, they're important too.
Does
But
he even
I'll
know
tell
what a
you
shoe
about that
is?
later.
Okay, no problem. I'll collect
I don't
a
know
few
what a shoe is
talismans,
either.
Give Ripto the old hotfoot, and be in Dragon Shores by lunchtime.
Lunchtime! I want lunch.
Lunch! Alright, so we
So-
are now in the hub area because, no, big surprise, Glimmer was not a hub! Just a random
Nope.
level they throw you in,
They toss you into a level first.
which is really odd for this series, thinking about it. Like, I can't think of any other time in the series they did that.
I guess they did it to teach players of some of the new gimmicks.
I mean, yeah,
There's-
but it's not like they needed to
there's
do
not
that
a-
in the first game, and the third game went right back to the homeworld method the first game used.
Well, the first game doesn't even
Spyro,
really have
this
gimmicks.
is the home
Technically, the
of
only gimmick it
Summer
has is the
Forest.
dragons,
There are
but you
portals
learn
to
that
many of
literally
Avalar worlds
immediately.
in there. Unfortunately,
Yeah.
Ripto has taken over the castle, and we need your help. Start by retrieving
So are
the
you gonna do
talismans from each of the
Colossus
worlds you
first?
visit.
Because it has
Yeah, because I can actually complete Colossus.
Neutronium. Yes. So Spyro learned to not be scared of water in this game, and now he
Yes,
can
thankfully,
swim.
now he can swim.
Oh god, the water still looks gross. Ugh.
But I like it, it looks good.
Don't. Ugh. Kind of gross. But yes, he can swim now. Well, he can. Right now, for now, he can just paddle
Yeah.
in the water. You have to unlock the swim ability, which is why there's a level technically closer. Oh, hey, Hunter.
Ripto smashed this bridge, so I guess you'll have
I'm
to
pretty
glide
sure I was
across
over
it.
here before.
Press the jump button, then press
You
the
were,
jump
but
button
you
while you're
fell
still in the air
down.
to glide.
That triggers him to come over here.
Okay.
Yeah, for some reason, if he didn't know how to glide, he.
Yeah, so there is the flow formula Isle Springs. I'm not going there because if I 100% it, I need to know how to swim.
Yep. So it's more convenient to just get the 500 gems needed to swim, and then go there.
Yep.
Which I don't think you can get all 500 in this homeworld just yet. But by, some miracle if you can.
Hi, Spyro.
If you skip money bags,
Pretty agile. Let's try
then you
putting it
can
to a
because you get all
test.
400
See if you can get
in
up
the
this
first
first
level
step.
or first
Press the
world,
jump
or yeah, first level,
button.
and then you
I
get
don't
next
know
one.
how to skip him in Reignited. I don't really know too many Reignited speedrunning tricks.
Okay, not
Really,
bad.
why is there
Now to make
water
this
in
next
this
jump,
one
you'll have to
lonesome
glide. Press the
I
jump
have no
button,
idea.
then press
This
the
water
jump
was not there in
button
the
to
original.
jump to get the
It looks
maximum
good, I like it.
distance.
Maybe it was just a design flaw.
Job.
In it, like where when they created this platform, they made a little like it's like a little the edge is a little like wall, and then whenever it rains, it just floods there, and then it's just unfortunate, unfortunate.
Very good. Now for the hardest leap of
So look at
all.
those ripple
We'll have to
effects.
give this
Ripple,
one
ripple.
everything
Hey,
you
look at an
got.
orb.
Get a walking start.
I see it. It's distracting me.
Just before you
Help.
get to the edge of the platform. Don't forget
So
to
you
press
can,
the
yeah, this is him just
button.
teaching you how to glide, jump, glide, hover, all that sort of stuff in case you didn't figure that out in the first
Wow, you're a pretty good
world.
athlete.
Also,
Figure
he's
out
hoarding
first.
orbs, which you need to beat Ripto.
For real.
Yep.
Now, here's an orb for your collection.
And this isn't the first time he's gonna do this to us.
Oh, everyone except Elora is guilty.
Yeah, yeah. We got another one. Well, you might as well. So that's what it's called. Thanks for the achievement.
Sparks, the dragonfly following you around is your health indicator, Spyro.
Zoe just
Right
telling
on
us
the
about
edge, the
Sparks.
more hit points you
Cool.
have.
Because Sparks is our friend.
Yes. I'll still talk to him if I can.
Spyro, I'd
Yeah.
love to
Yeah,
teach you
because
how
he
to
says,
run the
yeah, you
water,
don't got the
but not as much
cash.
as I'd love to take your treasure.
If it wasn't inconvenient, we would do this probably for every other Moonbags, because they all have unique lines of
Yeah,
dialogue.
but it would just
But that's
it would take
really
way too long.
Wait a minute, there's water coming out of the thing.
But
There's water
Oh, yeah.
coming out.
I mean,
Of
there
the-
was water in those platforms. It makes sense.
It doesn't make sense on how there's water. Is it like a waterfall where the water's being like sucked into those little platforms from like the bottom or something?
I guess
So
it
it can
has to
constantly
be.
spew it. Oh yes. Also, we get cutscenes before. And
Was there
after
any purpose to
levels.
these? No. No, there wasn't. Am I going to complain about them? No. No, I'm not.
And unfortunately, it's the only game that has them. Glimmer
Yeah.
is the only exception of stages that doesn't have an opening and closing cutscene. I guess the opening cinematic, you can say, is the opening cutscene to an extent.
Yeah, and yeah, I never understood why they never brought him back. Like, I get that that's in Spyro 3, the game was rushed. They probably didn't have time for those cutscenes. But
Spyro 3 was also rushed in this game.
A Yeti has been
Well, actually, it's really
oh,
funny
wait, he
because
corrected this time?
but we've managed to stop him by shutting
it's actually really funny because Spyro 2 and 3 in the Reignited trilogy were much more clearly rushed compared to 1.
Yeah,
3
one
is
very
much
cool.
more noticeable.
I mean, 3 was outright outsourced.
Yeah. 3, some of the animations just look awful. Just for some reason, it just
I should be able to
it's glitchier. It's weird. It's bleh. I was watching it yesterday, and I was like, I don't even remember how bad some of the stuff looked. So
I
here's
remember there being
Colossus.
some weird jank. Like, I was never upset about it. I thought it was funny.
Oh yeah, some of the jank was funny, but there were some things where like animations were just like outright bad.
I don't
For
think
some
I ever
reason.
had any animation problems.
Then again, when I was watching somebody play, this was yesterday, and this was the Switch version. I don't know.
Oh,
if
well,
they
there you go.
downgraded
There's
the
your problem. It's the Switch
animations.
version.
Well, I don't know if they downgraded the animations in the Switch version.
They did.
Obviously, graphics. Oh, okay. Well, they downgraded them to look downright atrocious.
Oh, we got another
Maybe I-
achievement using your head.
Excuse me, sorry. Excuse me.
Release a spirit particle.
Maybe I should.
Spirit particles will
Okay,
activate the
Bison,
power
you-
up in that
you-
one.
Yeah, I've
okay,
been
buddy?
watching it too. That yak is
You defeat
it's doing
more
something.
enemies.
Here's the particle thing she tells you about. Maybe I should go through Reignited again on my PS4 on the Yogaidr account just to get all the trophies. Get our trophy level higher.
We could, sure. But I would wait until we start Spyro 3 for that. Just get all 3 of them done in one go.
You're making me wait to replay the Reignited trilogy.
what I can do.
Hey, how about you
So that-
finish up Ratchet and Clank and instead?
I'm actually was gonna plan on doing that tonight because once we finish up, I was gonna keep my PS4 on. Interesting. So the stages, I'll just be frank. Also, screw you. I might still end up doing Spyro 1 and 2. You can't stop me. Or I'll just play it on my own. We'll see. But anyways, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah.
Remember Hunter's
I don't like
Prize?
this stage that much.
Override
It's just
prizes if you
only because of hockey,
again,
which is a
very
minigame
high
here.
on the jump.
I don't know very many people that particularly love this stage. It's Colossus.
Yeah,
Unfortunately,
it's
because of how
sort of-
early in the game it is, it's one of those levels that people just immediately think of when they think of this game, and it really doesn't do the game any favors.
Yeah, which kind of sucks because
Even though I'm a
there's not a lot of stinker levels in this game, but this one pops up. It's probably one of my.
I
least
can
favorite.
think of quite a few levels I'm not fond of,
Sure you're up to
but this one's definitely the poster child.
But it has the Yeti, who's gonna die.
I mean, it'll be fine.
His roar was so.
Did you see that
powerful.
animation?
Yet he was
Yes.
You went back to T-pose for a split
Guess he
second.
was all buck.
I did.
Anyway, I was just guarding our sacred tower.
Brother Ned.
Yet he didn't.
What are you looking at, Ned?
Good question.
The talisman is
The
just the
talisman number
statues,
2.
but smaller. I do like a lot of the backgrounds they've put in the Reignited trilogy, though, because a lot of them were pretty boring. This one, not that bad. Also, ice
Looks neat.
physics.
Like, I want to go out there, just run around, supercharge it off all those ramps.
I do too. Why didn't they make that a thing? And now we get to go to the hockey arena. Oh, I didn't even realize there was like a little orb above their head.
Welcome.
Yep, the hunter had a orb above his head back in the homeworld.
Sport.
I semi noticed that, but I didn't catch it fast enough to be like, yeah, that's an orb.
Yeah,
So I didn't comment
We had other
on it?
comments to bring up. So
Maybe meditating for a while would provide you with the will to try. Are you
No, I'm never gonna meditate.
to
You can't
score
make.
5 goals in the red goal?
So there's 2 hockey games,
yes,
as you can tell by the 2 orbs. This one is just scoring goals. And the other one is not
Scoring goals.
Well, yeah, scoring goals against someone though.
yes.
And he gets really mad, just like all the other
Yes.
goalies in hockey.
Yes, of course.
Quite accurate, I must say. Quite accurate. On the bright side, me and Mayo have played. Me and Mayo actually 100%ed the original Spyro 2 not that long ago. So, this
Yes,
game
this
pretty
won't be
well.
quite like Spyro 1 where I was flying blind for a good chunk of it.
Yes. We had a race to see who could 100% the first game or the second game first. Technically, he won by technicality, but I had a
You got the faster time
Second.
because he reset.
I had to reset because we were doing glitches in the original game, and let's just say one of them
One
didn't
of them
go
was
very
not
well.
going well for him.
It went so unwell that I actually got to a point where I had to reset the game.
Yeah.
Would you
And
like
now we
to
get to
play a
do
game of one-on-one?
the second one. Oh my
First to score 5
gosh, we
goals
get to
wins. You are shooting
freaking.
at the red goal.
What's the name of our hockey team name?
Is he wearing a Spyro shirt? One of them was wearing a Spyro shirt. That's neat.
Team Spyro. So I know in the original game there was a bit of a trick to not ever get hit by this guy. I don't know if it really exists here.
Oh, I didn't think I was gonna get that. I was trying to flame.
Also, your goalie is a liar. He doesn't even pass it to you.
Oh yeah, no, they'll just knock it off forever.
Many times he'll just knock it to what's it called?
Like I've been trying to play, like the screen tearing here is so bad.
Do you have VSync on?
I think, but I'm not sure.
Well, you'll have to check post-part, because if the screen tearing is bad, then you gotta turn on VSync. That will fix the vast majority of screen tearing issues.
Actually, no, screw it. Options, graphics. VSync is off.
And we'll turn it on. Isn't there a skill point here for shooting
There
5
is,
goals?
but I'm already ineligible because they scored. Because they're cheaters.
Yeah. It's okay, we can go back and get them later, you guys. Once we beat the game, the skill points, or I don't know, they actually might have changed it for Reignited. In the original game, you had to beat
The original
the game
game,
before.
they showed up after you beat final boss.
Yeah. That might be different here, though. But yes, there are skill points too in this game, which is not in the first game. Most of the, I think this game
I
has
think in
most
this game,
of-
actually,
most-
it's all the same.
like,
It's only
what
the
do you
first
mean?
game that was different because first game didn't have any.
Yes. Third game has harder skill points, I know that much.
Well done. Have this. If you stare at it long enough.
This game, it's either like, oh, get to this location, or oh, do this mini game. Or oh, destroy these random things. One of the levels in this homeworld has one of those skill points. Some skill points are
think
just
that's
objectively
pretty
getter
close.
to get late game anyways, so. Boing.
Well, yep, so that's a different power-up. It's the spring. It only shows up in this game, and its purpose is to launch you really, really high.
Yes. Oh no! They're scary in this game.
Thank goodness you scared that evil spirit away. But now it will hide.
You-
in the
we scared it
statues.
away.
If you were to flame all
You did?
10 statues, I'm
Dude,
sure
the thing
you'd
was
chase it
terrifying
away for
looking.
good.
They look goofy in the original game. They look scary here. So yes, now we must flame
Yeah, so
all
we have
the
to flip these
statues.
statues so they don't get possessed anymore. Like that. Oh, so they just kind of poof in this version. In the PS1 version, they actually morphed back to their original selves.
Yep. Gotta go down here and get some Gemarinos Macarinos. And just like the first game, we have those fireworks
Yep.
things to rocket here instead of fireworks. But same concept. They destroyed crates that you can't destroy normally. Jerk.
Jerk face. Ugh.
There's
Getting another
two
couple
over
statues over
here.
here.
Yes.
Okay, I definitely.
Is it because of the camera, or is it just interesting?
Is that a 60 FPS bug or something?
It actually might. Because I don't remember ever having issues when I played this on
Yeah,
the...
that is a weird one.
Yeah, this game unfortunately wasn't built for 60 FPS.
Yeah, it was built for
And-
consoles, which were made for 30, so 30 is what it
Alright.
was optimized for.
I still don't know why some devs won't just make a 60 FPS version, like, or make their engine work rather in 60
Yeah,
FPS.
especially, like, at least with Crash it made sense. But in Spyro's case, like, the PS4 Pro and Xbox One X have been a thing for a while.
Yeah.
And they did not take advantage of those systems at all. Like, I don't even think they get upscaled.
Oh, they don't even get... No, we get 4K.
That's in Crash, I was talking about Spyro. Spyro
Oh,
does
okay.
not get 4K or...
Scale K. Okay, well, at least you got all the gems there. I was scared you weren't.
Well done, Spyro. You've scared the evil spirit
Wow,
away.
and that's the first stage we've 100%ed.
I
Yep.
I think we can 100% all but 2 stages in the first homeworld.
Trying to think about it. I know Glimmer, obviously, we couldn't. And I don't think you can do Sunny. I
Nope,
think that's it.
need climb. And yeah, so 2. Well, I guess 3 if you include the homeworld too, because you need climb to complete the homeworld.
Yeah.
Alright, time for the ending cutscene. Why I am. Oh yeah, I forgot that's not the chance in this game.
I
don't remember
It
what it
was
is
in the
here.
PS.
Yeah, that was the most disappointing thing about this entire game. They didn't keep the
Just more,
did they just go ohm in this game?
yeah.
It's more funny when they go why I am.
So over the top. I love it.
Hey, look what I can do! Why, So yeah, he just killed his friend and ran away. You'll see that a lot.
Yeah, that's a disturbingly common occurrence in Avalar. So anyway, thank you all for watching. I think the part's gone on long enough. So next time we will go. Well, first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna go over there to Moneybags, buy swimming, and we'll do Idle Springs, and we'll see what we have time for after that.
Yay! See
Because
you
we're in the
guys
beginning parts of the
next
game,
year.
we didn't get quite as far as I wanted because there's all these tutorials everywhere.
Yep. We'll see you guys next part. Gosh, sorry for clearing my throat so much. Goodbye, chicken tenders.
All toast is toast toast.